Hey everybody. Sorry I haven't uploaded in a little bit. I privated most of my videos I made in that time because I didn't think they were very good. So, let's just, start uploading it a little bit more again. So, um, I'm thinking about starting a new, mini series called, like, I don't know, My Perception, which is more of, how I do different things. And so today, I'm going to show you how I do, you can either call it tracing or vectorizing. You can, sometimes a colleague will ask somebody that if you can vectorize his drawing. This is basically what I'm going to be doing with this 1-up mushroom for Mario. Or you can call it tracing, which is basically you want to get this icon that isn't basically yours, or you want to make it like yours. So, yeah, I'm just going to walk you through on how I do this. So, the main thing first thing is I'll link this image in the description. But one thing I always do with any of these images is I always turn down their opacity to about, maybe 75-ish%. And then I press Control 2, which locks it in place. So now I won't be grabbing this whenever I do anything. So, now I feel like, there's this very big, definable, circle here, which I'd want to, make. So I could either make it normally, but then I'd have to switch the bottom. So we can try doing that first. Making a normal circle. So basically, now I would grab my direct selection tool and kind of just warp the head to look basically exactly what his normal, the mushroom's head looks like. I'll kind of, change the image up a little bit while I'm doing it, not making it look exactly what it does look like, but, making it kind of look a little different. Like, you can make it perfect, like that, or you can keep it, I want to keep mine more, squished, kind of, for, this video's sake. So, I'm not going to fill in the top, but if you wanted to make it perfect, you can use your direct selection tool and fill in the top to make that. But I'm going to make it, a little bit more squished. You should probably be holding shift whenever you're moving the anchor points, because then, it moves in a straight line, and you're not moving it direct, like, side by side and all that crap. That's not right. Okay, good. So, now I'm going to make this bottom part of the head right, here. And this part I'm just going to use my pen tool and start from the middle, and I'm going to create the whole thing. And not just, half of it like I usually do. I'm going to create the whole thing this time, but you'll see why. Okay. Then I'm just gonna flatten out the bottom part. Okay. So yeah, I flattened out the bottom, and now I will grab my shape builder tool. Well, you could, if you ever do this part or with the head, and you don't think it looks completely even, you can use your what is it? Your scissors tool, and just cut down the middle. And then find the best looking part, which I would think would be probably this part. And then delete the other one, and then left click on the other part. Go to transform, reflect, and then usually you can just click copy, and then it'll make another copy, and then you can just move it directly to where you want it to be. And then you can select both of them, press Ctrl J once or twice, and you should get it. Then usually you need to, sometimes, if you don't align it perfectly, there may be 2 anchor points instead of 1, but this time there's 1, so that's good. You have to align it perfectly. And now I can use my shape builder tool to make this a shape and this a shape. So now we're gonna make the circles in the head, so some quick little easy circles. And then I'm gonna make sure that the whole thing is aligned. So that circle is aligned, and then I'm gonna make it so that circle, and then we're gonna warp this circle a little bit to kind of fit there, and then perfectly press Alt and Shift to make it move to there. And then we're gonna select these two, make sure they are aligned, and then we can go to our shape builder tool, and then take away this part, and then take away this part. And then we can move with Control, and then the closing and beginning brackets on your keyboard, you can move them down and up layers. So I'm gonna move them under my what's it called? Outline layer. Then I can fill my outline layer with the green color in the middle. Make sure my opacity is still at 100. Well, actually, I forgot I need to do this. So I'm going to have to press Control C and then Control Shift V. And then whenever I do that, then I can get the green in the middle. Make sure I'm at 100 opacity. And then make sure it's all the way at the bottom. Because now I have an outline layer, then the fill layer, then my little inner design layers. And now we're going to do the exact same thing with this part. So, I'm gonna have to make the eyes, which are really easy eyes. They're basically like pills. So you make like some kind of weird, what's it called? Ovals. I'm gonna make them a little bit more round. I'm making them a little bit stubbier. Like that. I'm gonna make them black. I'm gonna move that over. Another black eye. And then I'm gonna press Control C, Control Shift V, and then press Alt and Shift. Press Shift, and then move it into the corner. And then when you're pressing Shift, like when it gets pretty small, you can stop and then move it down a little bit, and then you can fill it with a white to get these eyes. And then hold Alt and Shift to drag it over. And yeah, sometimes these ones don't look correct. They don't look very correct. So I'm just gonna squish them like that. And then I can delete the other eye and then just replace it with this one right here. And then I can I'll press Control C, Control Shift V. Make sure I have the color fill it 100%. Make sure the opacity is 100%. And then with Control and then my I think what's it called, beginning bracket, I will bring it to the back. And then that is how it looks. So now this is where you can make, your small adjustments. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to make the top of the head actually fit where, here, because I think it was a little bit too smushed. So I'm gonna have to select both. It's gonna be a little hard. And then I can scooch this little circle up a little bit, and then I'm gonna flatten out this bottom by making sure that this part is more like that, and then this part is more like that. Then maybe a little bit less, so like that, and like that. And then I think it looks good now. Oh yeah, and then plus I have to fix the fill. And then I'm going to do something with the other side. This is where you could just cut both of them in half and then, remake it on the other side. So I'm basically just going to do that. I'm gonna move this part a little bit back, because, it's starting to look a little weird. I'll round that corner a little bit so it's not poking out. Same with this part, I'll round it a little bit. Not a huge amount, just a little bit. And then, boom, bam. Actually, wait, I need to delete this part too. Boom, bam. Form, select, copy, and then form, select, copy. Okay, so now I have the whole thing finished. And that's what it looks like in the end. I was kind of rushing this whole video, so it didn't come out like I wanted it. The top kind of looks a little bit, weird and deformed. But if you're gonna do this, you should probably take your time. I just kind of rushed myself so I could, because I felt like I was recording for a little bit. So yeah, take your time when you're doing it.